Hey guys, how we doing?
Morning, everybody.
Joe here.
Kevin.
Okay, so we've been waiting for this season for a while. A lot of you guys have said that this is a different season. Not you haven't said it's good or bad. You just said that they make different choices this season, and I'm really excited to see what that means.
Yeah, based on the last season, I'm not surprised it goes off in a kind of a different direction.
Yeah.
Because the last season did, right? And I can, as we mentioned before, I can kind of see where the frustration came because Midge kind of locked herself away from her dreams for the entire season.
Yeah.
And I was like, man, we've at some point.
Yeah.
And it was kind of refreshing in the finale to see Lenny be the person to finally break through.
Yeah.
Right? He took her out on the stage at Carnegie Hall and was like, why aren't you doing this?
I thought he killed it. I thought
no, he did.
So they let us know as well. No Emmy nomination for him this season because he wasn't quite a guest star.
Yeah, he was. Well, he was only.
He was in like 4 episodes.
Yeah.
I guess the technicalities of the Emmys were like he has to be in less episodes for him to be a guest star.
Okay, gotcha.
So, but I thought that was one of the best Lenny moments we've had.
Sure.
Well, certainly one of the best Lenny episodes.
Yeah, no, he killed it.
Of the run of the show.
Yeah.
And also, looking back after we finish the show, I feel like season 4 will be a standout season, even if it isn't the best season,
Sure.
Like, I'll remember it pretty fondly.
Yeah, absolutely. It was just, again, it was different, which it sounds like that's what we're going to get here. I'm kind of curious to see what Midge's focus is like now after that, slap in the face from Lenny a little bit there.
Yeah.
What she does. Because, I mean, I think you and I are both on the same page with her whole, like, I'm not going to, open for anybody else. Was like,
it's pretty ridiculous.
Wow, you are really setting yourself up to do nothing. And you get why, right? Because she got so burned with Shy. She didn't want somebody else to have that kind of power over her. But let's face it, you are a stand-up comedian trying to, build an audience and work clubs and stages. You're always going to be at somebody's mercy.
Also, I wonder if it's like a defense mechanism almost. You know what I mean? Because
it is, for sure.
So she's saying she doesn't want to open for anybody else. I wonder if it's a little bit of her being hurt. Maybe she's a little afraid.
Completely. It's like getting dumped by somebody. Yeah. Like they dump you and they crush you and they do it.
That's a great point.
And a week later, they're like, "Hey, I didn't mean to break up. So you want to go out again?" And you're like, "No, you're awful." Yeah. And it's kind of the same thing, right? No, she doesn't want to get her heart broken again. But my only thing with it, and I think some of the viewers would probably agree who were frustrated with the season. It took her an awful long time to get past that. It took a full season for her to finally start moving past that fear and getting out of her own way a little bit.
I thought that even what it served its purpose, sure. Obviously, and even introducing the club into that last season, I thought the set pieces were wonderful.
Right.
It wasn't gross. It wasn't sleazy. It didn't feel repetitive. Sure. It was a different set, different showpiece each episode, so it wasn't like the same. It was not like a ladies on a pole.
For sure,
it was tasteful.
Yeah,
right. And honestly, Boise.
Yeah, I mean, Kevin said Tino back was great. Yeah,
so
we missed him since he left Crazy Ex-Girlfriend.
I want to see what characters carry over to the last season. Is Jason Alexander going to come back? Because I felt like that was unresolved a little bit with his character.
I don't know if he was that important.
He wasn't, but they kind of set him up to be somebody almost, and then he just kind of leaves after he fights with Abe,
Yeah.
But he's off writing a play, so maybe we see that in this season.
Maybe we do. Maybe it's hard to say. I thought we were going to get Reggie back at some point.
Never
did. And Sterling K. Brown is amazing.
Yeah.
But, we just didn't get our chance to have him back again.
Yeah.
But I look forward to seeing where this goes. I don't know where the show goes. We've got a lot of unresolved stuff with Joel and May.
We do.
And his parents.
So apparently this was supposed to be 6 seasons long, and they got the call when this was filming. They had to make it into one final season.
Oh, so they probably compacted some story stuff in this.
I'm expecting that, yeah.
So a little Game of Thrones-ish, maybe.
Yeah.
That's too bad.
Yeah.
At any rate, I mean, it's a great show. I think this 5th season was nominated for a bunch of Emmys.
It was, yeah. She was just nominated for Golden Globe and all that.
So I'm assuming it's still going to be great and very enjoyable.
Oh, yeah. I'm not worried.
All right. Do you want to go ahead and welcome Max Martin, Dr. Ozzy, and Hub City to our Patreon group? Welcome, guys.
Yeah. If you guys are watching this on YouTube for the first time, welcome to our channel.
Hello.
If you don't mind, hit the like button for us. Please leave us a comment down below and hit that subscribe button so you can stay up to date on the new content we've coming your way.
And if you'd like to see a full-length reaction to this, everything else we've watched or are watching, please check out a link in the description below our Patreon page. We just wrapped up Schitt's Creek and have started Dairy Girls, and it looks like when we're done with this, we are going to give in to an awful lot of requests and bite off the very big chunk of starting Gilmore Girls when we are done with the Marvelous Mrs. Maisel, a show I know absolutely nothing about, other than the fact that we looked and there's a lot of seasons of it.
A lot of seasons. I'm assuming great writing.
Yeah, right. So yeah, and if you noticed also on Patreon, we just put up another episode only a couple days ago because we have reshifted the schedule because we're starting putting a movie of the week up every Friday. Or we're recording one on Fridays.
Really looking forward to.
Yeah.
Move forward.
Okay. Well, go forward. That's what I'm excited about. Maybe that she's finally starting to do that.
Gotta be. What is that?
Is that Midge?
Why can't anything ever be where it's supposed to be when I need to? Did you see it there?
I did not.
I'm very confused right now.
Not everything that happens to you is somebody else's fault.
Okay. Should I write that down with one of the 2 pens?
Is this Mitch's daughter, maybe?
We just jumped 30 years.
Yeah. 20. Yeah.
Well, oh, you're right, yeah.
4:00 in the morning, the phone rings. Because that's when she finishes her work. Doesn't matter that the rest of us have to be in a lab at 8 a.m. I mean, she's just so...
So daughter.
Yeah.
What's her name?
Ethel. No, Esther.
Esther, yeah.
Calls people at 4 in the morning. I'm working on my PhD. That's important too. I mean, does the woman not know that Reno and Boston aren't in the same time zone?
No. Shocked right now, honestly.
Okay, so she's doing stand-up in Reno.
Change the very trajectory of disease and rearrange it so we can control the very basic process in which we... Wait.
She definitely acts like Midge.
Getting the cadence down, for sure.
Yeah.
What you've done right here in my office, that's a monumental achievement.
Oh, yeah? Well, tell it to my mother!
Wow.
Okay, I wonder if that's going to be a thing as the show goes on. It's just back and forth.
A lot of it may be like, yeah.
I'm not the one who was supposed to teach her about snow. That one's squarely on you.
Yeah.
She got home a block of ice. Her coat was wool, so it shrank on her, and we had to borrow garden shears from the super to cut it off her.
Oh, my God.
Good. Now, when you get here, be careful not to mention toes. There's a chance she may lose 1 or 2.
Oh, my God.
What?
Toes?
We're hoping just the left middle one. She'll still be able to walk somewhat normally.
Wow.
Hello? I'm here.
Lenny should have gotten her a car.
Yeah.
Practically speaking in tongues, there's a lot of random words, strange sounds.
She could be speaking bebop.
Gone. What's gone?
A window.
A window's gone?
Open.
Oh, the win over a career.
Yeah.
Nothing's closing.
Cheese and crackers. Tony Bennett.
What about him?
He went to bed.
Who?
Get my hat.
Are you trying to rhyme?
Yeah, she's pretty incoherent. I mean, we understand
Yeah,
because it's a lot of the Lenny conversation, but
Special Polish fish head soup. It wards off evil spirits. Makes your hair shiny, too.
I've heard that about fish.
Yeah. It's good for the pelt.
Yeah. I mean, really, yeah.
Frost crotch, is that a thing?
My toes. I'm gonna lose my toes.
You know, there's been a lot of toe talk, but frankly, frost crotch should have been the headline. Oh, you put your head between your knees to keep from passing out, right?
Okay, I did not expect this.
This is dark.
This is very dark.
You told me about a cute little frozen toe, pink and white like a cherub. You did not at all prepare me for the horror show I just witnessed back there.
Is it like frostbite?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know what would help?
What?
If you gave that key back. Well, it certainly couldn't hurt.
It's not your house.
No.
You think you can get the Bennett gig back?
Oh, I think that's gone.
But maybe their second choice didn't get back to them yet.
The second choice is ironing his show pants as we speak.
Yeah, you blew that one.
What an idiotic thing to say.
Wasn't all idiotic. The part about being able to say what you want to say, that was smart.
Yeah.
Maybe I don't have what it takes.
No, come on, you do.
No. Come on. Think of something happy. Think of shoes.
My toe. I'm gonna lose a toe.
Oh,
God.
Do you like hats?
My hat. I loved that hat.
Yeah, she blew
Yeah, she
off.
lost
That's
her
right.
hat,
Yeah.
I will never stop trusting the most important person in my life. Ever again.
a little freaked out.
Yeah.
She's not giving up. We've come too far, and Mike's the key.
Who's Mike?
I gotta go.
Okay, just one more thing.
Not giving you the key, Abe.
Yeah. Wow.
So she's a 9-toe comedian now.
Yeah.
Favorite Thanksgiving traditions is to sit in my living room and watch the over and
Oh my God.
There's a show.
floats overhead. It's like Elvis with a tail to those kids. And then we say, Grandma, we know, but we're all eating Aunt Rosie's stuffing and none of us are complaining about it.
That was a nice mind there.
It was.
Salt, Zelda, salt. What is this currency back in your country?
Oh my God.
Flowers arrived and they're all dead.
What?
They must have gotten my order mixed up with someone else's. What do we do?
Well, you are at war with, the cartel there.
Yeah, I don't think these are flowers. These are probably threatened flowers.
Yeah.
This is a stove. Never wave a baby over a stove unless you're trying to potty train him.
What? Why?
He's just so aware and awake You're like he's always awake.
Yeah.
How do you train a baby by dangling them over a stove?
I caught that too, yeah.
How often do you all cry?
He's asleep. He won't care.
I think he will.
Yes, but you aren't a great thinker. I am head of the family. I should sit at the head of the table.
Kids' table?
How important is winning this particular battle to you?
I'd be annoyed too.
I would be, yeah. But I'm going to the living room. Fine.
Yeah.
We gathered together.
Ah! Did you see him point at you?
Did he point?
Right at you.
Do it again.
Point at Daddy.
Point at Daddy.
Point at Daddy.
To pointing. Let's eat.
Yeah. I'm with Moishe on that one.
Shirley and I are getting divorced.
Good.
Stuffing needs salt.
Wait, what?
He's been talking about retiring for years.
I did, but once you're close to death, you realize how short life is.
They're really calm about this.
Yeah.
Ever hear my husband say, and he can't unsay it.
And in response, Shirley said something to me I never...
Also, they're just being stubborn. Yeah.
I'm on Mom's side here.
What? Why?
Why? You had a heart attack. Of course you should retire.
Well, thank you for your loyalty to the gender. Very nice.
There's no such thing as gender loyalty.
I know, right?
This wasn't exactly when I was going to tell you, but...
Watch it.
Ethan, switch with Daddy. As my newly single father just said, I do have
My newly single father.
Yeah.
my girlfriend.
Hey, watch it.
Esther, kids table, move.
Running adults at the kids' table was a dumb move on Asper's part anyway.
You know her.
I do?
You met her.
When?
You played Mahjong with her.
Where?
At the hospital?
What hospital?
The hospital when Pop had his heart attack.
Oh.
Say on a holiday.
I'll close
Enjoy the zen beauty and relative anonymity of this table.
Kids are getting big.
lives here.
What? Kids, do me a favor. Can you go in Daddy's bedroom for a minute?
Oh, that's so cute.
Yeah.
There's no hospital in the entire Northeast that could work?
No.
You've looked?
No.
Should you? Because we're having a baby.
No.
Oh.
No?
We're not anymore.
That's sad.
Yeah.
This is a bummer episode.
Yeah, it is.
I'm sorry.
I'm gonna sit down.
All my life,
right.
I've had one
No,
goal.
Yeah.
I get it. I
Yeah, I
get
just do. Yeah.
I can't have it all, Joel. The world doesn't work that way.
You can be a doctor and a mother, but right now
It's
I guess.
hard.
Right
She's
now,
in medical school. It's hard.
Yeah. Down the road.
Right.
Boy, I'm really not very observant, am I? Girl leaves nothing but a sweater. That's a pretty big fucking sign.
Please, Joel,
I got the kids, May.
I like May. I wonder.
No, I like May. This is another thing where it's like it's not either of their faults.
It's not. I wonder if this means she's like off the show.
Oh, for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah, because he's done with her.
Because they're probably making this around the same time as Everything Everywhere All at Once.
Sure.
and hot as rocks.
Oh, that's on purpose. It's an old family recipe. We call them hard rock rolls.
Why would anybody want that?
Yeah, that'd be a rough place to live on a day like this. Yeah.
Fred's rolls? You're supposed to soak them first. But never mind all that.
That sounds like terrible rolls.
Why would anybody want that? Then soak it and it's soggy? Like, no thanks. This has been a really interesting episode so far. I can see how people are like, yeah, this is different. Because it does feel like a whole new show.
Who is this guy?
That's Mike.
Oh, it is Mike. Okay, I didn't recognize the hat on.
He's a family man, too. That's nice.
Yeah.
Well, I'm waiting. I'm expecting Susie to come out of nowhere.
somewhere.
Yeah. That's not the one, man.
Yeah, there you are.
Hiya, Mike.
What are you doing here?
I'm looking for a tree.
Did you follow me here?
I just thought we could talk.
I will not see your girl.
Fine. You don't have to see her. Send someone from the office. One of your women writers.
We don't have any women writers.
He's picking the worst trees.
Yeah. Yeah, those trees look pretty thin. Yeah.
Even the one he was shaking earlier, I'm like, dude, that's not the one.
I came all the way up here to make it convenient for you, and now you're brushing me off?
That one.
Yeah.
It's driving me crazy.
There is one thing that I look forward to all year long, one thing that brings me pure happiness, and it's this. Christmas tree hunting with my kids.
You know, it's weird. None of them really look like you.
I'm giving this place your picture next year.
That's so funny.
Yeah.
I picked the worst tree on the lot. You got in my head and you blew my focus. She will never set foot in that building either.
Oh my god. Yeah, a guy gets an arm chopped off.
Yeah.
This is ridiculous. I am calling my dentist right now. You are heading right over.
But Alfie! Alfie!
It is not going.
I will take Alfie to the airport.
Ooh, I like that shit.
This is great.
That's
Yeah.
awesome. Yeah. It's like catch me if you can. What's the big airport in New York? Is it LaGuardia?
There's LaGuardia JFK.
Yeah, that's a great shot. That's
a
fantastic shot. They have not lost their step in terms of technicality at all. Oh, I love that.
Think this is CGI? Because there's no way that whatever airport they're in looks like this.
They probably built that big.
Do you think so?
Yeah, but it's probably like CGI for the flights that are going and leaving.
He said he'd seen one of my shows. He said he thought I was very talented and that I could be bigger than Houdini, which is ridiculous. I'm already bigger than Houdini.
Oh my gosh.
Alfie, do you know why you're getting on this plane?
Because you stole my cape.
Because you are about to play a 2,000-seat room in Vegas. It's easy to see a diamond once it's in the window at Tiffany's. It's a little harder when it's throwing up in a bucket in your office.
That was good.
We've really come far from us worrying about Susie stealing her money.
Yeah, I mean, can you believe that was a thing for a while?
Yeah.
Don't you worry, we'll take good care of him. Hello, Alfie. Welcome to TWA. We're going to be great friends.
Yeah. This is brilliant.
Yeah.
Alfie,
wait.
Like
talking to people
I have your
I
cake.
don't want to meet you. I just want to have
I got it back an hour ago.
They couldn't find our reservations and nothing else was available, so now we're going home.
We seem to be experiencing a streak of very bad luck.
I don't know about that.
The dry cleaning, the dead flowers.
Yeah, it's the ladies. Yeah. The matchmakers.
Yep.
Rose?
Nothing. Let's just go home.
All right. Let's beat Miriam to the taxis.
She's freaked out now. It's funny.
Yeah, she should have known there was going to be consequences.
We lost the cab.
There'll be another cab.
Like there was another flight?
Love this set. This is so cool.
Yeah. Is this going to be awkward now?
Yeah.
Hello.
Hello?
Oh, yeah.
First time traveling?
And carrying things, yes. I am West Coast bound, yes.
Really?
Yes. Gonna see what an LA holding cell is like. Are you off somewhere?
No. I just forced a very nervous magician to get on a plane by holding his cape hostage.
I did that last week. I rented a house.
Wow. You're a man with a lease.
That happens to the best of us.
How much time has passed? It's like,
it's been a while.
I'm sorry I didn't call.
Oh, no. We don't do that, right?
Okay. You take care.
Hope we see him again.
Yeah, I do too.
We probably will. It's like every time we see him, it's like...
It'd be weird if this was his one scene for the whole season, you know? I mean, that might have been his goodbye, but it seems weird to bring it back for this season just for that scene.
Every time we see him, we're never sure if it's the last time we see him, you know? So...
Some boots and chaps, ride out into the sunset, catch us some varmints.
Yes, something to consider. Not the chaps, but the...
Yeah, not the chaps.
Allow me, pal. How are you tonight, beautiful?
Stop it!
To get close enough to smell her perfume. Hey, Joel, there's a terrible martini olive problem that needs your immediate attention.
Yeah, somebody get Joel some coffee.
Yep. Someone go lock him in the office.
And next one's on me! Seriously, Joel, get off the stage.
I'm just joking around.
People can't compartmentalize their feelings well on the show at all.
Yeah.
He had that coming.
Yeah, he should have seen this coming.
Yeah. Okay, I think he's had enough.
He got it. Yeah.
Go back upstairs.
After you just beat the crap out of me? Yeah, sure. Give me a second here.
Or you should have walked him into the office and sat him down.
Get him some coffee.
Yeah.
Come on.
Get it under control, man. I don't like seeing Joel like this.
No.
This is where you work out your rustiness. Go ahead, suck. We'll get a drink after, compare notes. Okay.
It doesn't seem like it's been that long, but maybe it has been longer than I thought.
Yeah, it's hard to say.
Is that Gordon Ford? Where? There, follow my hand. Yeah, that's him.
Well, she better not have a bad set then.
I know. Midge, bring it.
Yeah.
Go back there and tell her, like, hey, Gordon Ford is here.
Like turkey and gravy between 2 pieces of pecan pie. It tastes bad.
Oh my God, this hurts.
Oh God. Yeah, not the people leaving. Oh man.
Technology is amazing. It used to be for that kind of peace and quiet, you had to leave your kids on the steps of a church.
Okay.
Right? It all comes.
There we go.
Please return your friend to the upright position. You have been a kind and forgiving audience. Don't forget to tip your waitress. She's saving up to send her kids to Pittsburgh.
Your girl's funny.
She is. And kind of a looker, huh? Good package for TV, don't you think?
Well,
why don't you put her on your show?
She tried. How about putting her in a place where you can see something else?
Put her on your staff.
What?
Your writing staff. I know you don't have any female writers.
No, that's a good idea.
Miriam Maisel, I'd like you to be Gordon Ford. Gordon Ford, Miriam Maisel.
Nice to meet you. You're a very funny lady.
Thank you.
Listen to Susan.
Yeah, for once.
I'm in.
Nice.
Gordon, we accept your offer and we are super excited about it.
Or Mike.
Probably get Susie the door too, actually, the building.
Yeah.
All right. Okay, I'm really glad because the way that stand-up, it was obviously misdirect.
Yeah.
It started, it was so hard to watch. It was so bad. And then she just rebooted immediately and crushed it.
Okay, so this was a really... this is a really interesting first episode. I mean, final season, so you got to go all out, right?
Yeah, absolutely. Especially if they're cramming the 2 seasons into one here.
Yeah, so, yeah. And I don't know. So somebody on Patreon said that, the Paladinos went into what the 6th season would have been, and some of that is in this, obviously.
Okay, sure.
So I do want to read about that once this is over, because apparently it's out there. You can read about it. So no spoilers, guys. I want to know, going forward, if we're going to have that 80s flash forward.
If that's going to be like an opening set piece, like Esther in therapy talking about Midge. Because, I mean, it's interesting that, like, Midge making it in her career, they took the mystery of that right off the table, right?
I guess.
In 1981, she's doing a show in Reno.
Sure.
Working until 4 in the morning. So, I mean, she stays in the business and makes it in the business.
Yeah. Yeah. And what that means for Joel as well. Is Joel still a club owner? You know, I'm curious to see where everybody is 20 years later.
I wonder if we're going to get that. If there's going to be, other than just finding out what Midge is doing, if we're going to find out what other people are.
Yeah,
I kind of like that idea. And wow, that really is a huge
jump. Yeah.
Well, it's just a big departure from what the show's been.
For a second, it surprised me. I was like, "Are we really doing like a 20 years later season?" That'd be really weird.
Initially, I was like, "Did we start the wrong show?"
I did too.
I was like, "Is this Maisel?" And then it's like, "Okay, this is probably your daughter."
Well, the camera work was kind of a giveaway for me. I was like, "Is this the show?"
Right? Yeah. I was wondering. It's like, do I need to check and make sure that I'm watching the right series?
But I mean, I don't know. Like, I don't know going forward. I'm excited by it.
Sure,
I am too. I really am. Like, I'm really looking forward to this. Also, I'm glad she didn't lose a toe.
Right.
That was really dark.
Yeah, it was. It was a really dark start.
We're starting off with her kids being, not in trouble, but with some resentment towards her, and then her losing a toe. That's quite a way to start your final season.
I love the resentment angle, though.
Yeah,
it's like she is that. There is sacrifice that she has to make to do this, right?
Course,
and being a present mother, we've seen that she's a stubborn mother. She has a lot of Abe and Rose in her.
Oh, big time.
Right? And so I'm assuming a little Abe and a little Rose in Midge right there probably didn't keep a lot of contention away with her own kids, right?
Sure,
like, her own kids are going to up with that same kind of resentment.
We all become our parents eventually, right?
Right,
That's kind of the point there. I did like the shout out to Abe, though, from the daughter. Grandpa's the one that understood
he's
me.
the only one that got the psychology of it, right?
And also, Abe and Shirley, or not Abe and Shirley, Moish and Shirley, getting a divorce.
Do you think they actually go through with it? Because it sounds like they're just like playing stubborn chicken with each other on apologizing.
They're my favorite side story
for
on the
sure,
show,
yeah.
because they're always doing the most random stuff,
right?
And they're always so out of pocket. It's really funny. I don't know. I want to see the bed situation with the plexiglass between the two of them.
Right. I wouldn't be surprised if they actually show it at some point. Them fighting.
I really hope we see that. I don't know. And also, we should touch on the May thing, because that's the most complicated storyline right now, right? It's totally fine.
Yeah, it sucks, and I don't blame her. I wish the conversation with Joel had gone differently.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I feel like that was a lot to show up at his house and just drop on him.
Sure.
Hey, everything that we've kind of said was happening, now 0 of it's happened, and I'm leaving. You know what I mean?
It's tough.
Yeah.
On Thanksgiving.
Yeah, I just feel like, and again, you can't blame her. She was under, she's under incredible stress. Her life all of a sudden has taken this left turn she didn't expect it to, and she did what she thought was course correction, which I totally get.
Yeah.
It just sucks that Joel had to be the last person to know.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, by the way, everything's done and it's over. So I get the fact that spiraled him a little. Now I think he's spiraling.
He's spiraling.
Yeah,
That was hard to watch. It was more awkward than Midge's opening set. I felt like.
Yeah, it's always hard to see somebody who like is mad at somebody or upset about something, and they can't compartmentalize it at all. So they take it out. They take it on everybody else.
Sure. Well,
he was taking that out on strangers.
Yeah.
I mean, he was being awful to everybody.
Yeah. Well, it's self-destructive. That's what I mean.
Yeah. It's definitely self-destructive. But it's like I'm mad at this person or this situation, so I'm just going to take it out on anyone near me.
Yeah.
It kind of you hate seeing people do that.
Yeah. But I did like May as a character, and I was kind of hoping we get more of her in this season, which maybe we're done with her, maybe we're not. I feel like that shot of Joel getting beat up in the club kind of signals that maybe she's going to be back for an episode or something.
Maybe
that storyline needs to be wrapped up.
I feel like that was it.
If that's it, is he getting beat up in a club?
I feel like he went to take it out on somebody. Obviously, it wasn't the parents' fault. They didn't make her do it. She did it herself. So I don't see any reason for him to go back down there to talk with him. I don't think he wants to talk with May.
I just think this will be the last season. Maybe a phone call from her,
maybe
saying
maybe
goodbye,
something,
like a final, like an actual proper goodbye.
Sure.
But who knows? We have 8 episodes.
Right. There's just so many storylines.
Do you think 8 episodes is enough?
No, they're definitely cramming things for sure. Because it's so far to go with everybody. I mean, good writing is good writing. Sure. I mean, you can make
it's not impossible.
No, not at all. I mean, you could make a movie in 2 hours that tells an entire a 3-act story.
Yeah.
So I mean, obviously they can. I just have no idea what it's going to look like.
Yeah.
Other than the fact that like I said, they've completely told us right up front that Midge is going to stay in and make it in comedy, which wasn't really a foregone conclusion on the show, right? Going into this, it's like what? There's a possibility that Midge is like, screw this. This isn't really who I am. I've gone on this journey.
Yeah.
Now I just want to be whatever.
She gets her
a
break.
Wife, a mother.
So I think obviously we see how she gets her break.
She gets her break for sure.
She writes for Gordon Ford, and I'm assuming goes on the TV set and kills it. I think that's an interesting way of showing success, though. Jumping forward instead of. We've seen the journey, right?
Right.
So if we see the big break, fantastic. We don't need to see 20 years of her being a comedian, right?
Yeah, I don't think that's going to happen.
Exactly. Obviously not.
The story is going to be contained as it's been every season, right? It's going to be whatever the short time period is.
And I wonder if they are going to pull a Better Call Saul in the last episode of the season, or last couple episodes will be in the future instead of in the past,
Yeah, I don't think so.
You don't think so?
I don't think that's the show.
You think it'll just be like back and forth the whole time?
Probably. I thought it was an interesting choice. I don't know what obviously we don't know what they're going to do with it.
Yeah,
but I don't see the show like saying, okay, for the last 2 episodes we're going to do the 80s, you know what I mean, or 70s or whatever leading up to that. I kind of feel like I could be wrong. Maybe they do.
I would like to see a moment with older Midge and older Esther.
Sure.
Having a conversation and
20 years later.
Some sort of reflection.
Right.
I think that'd be really cool and profound. But we'll see.
Yeah.
We'll see.
Yeah, we don't really know where they're going with that, do we?
No.
We'll catch you on the next one, guys.
See ya.